y'all. First, I know I usually try to upload 2 times a week. However, I had a really rough week last week, so I didn't get to record and upload as I wanted to on Thursday. So I'm not sure if anybody's really caught what my schedule is, but I try to do like Thursday early in the morning and like maybe Sunday later at night, just to kind of give it a good break in between days. But like I said, I was having a really rough week, and I just allowed myself to take that day off on Thursday. So I'm back. I know I look different. I have no hair, but I'm going through a lot of different changes. So my hair is never something that I've been extremely attached to. Like a lot of women, they have a very emotional, strong attachment to it, and that's just not something I have. So I changed a lot of different things. One of the things that I did, I started going to a gym, and I'm really starting, getting heavy into working out and, lifting and doing things that I need to do to make myself healthy, eating better, things like that. And to go along with the last video that we did about stretching your hips, making sure they're open after lifting, I'm gonna do one for shoulders and your arms, really, because there's been so many times where people, especially men, will tell me, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible like that, or oh, I haven't stretched in a really long time, or oh, this and that. You're going to hurt yourself more. The more you lift, the tighter your muscles get, the bigger they are without you stretching them to release the tension in your muscles and your tendons. You're gonna end up hurting yourself. So what I want to do, I lifted a lot and in my shoulders and back and my arms the last few days. So I'm gonna do a sequence on releasing your shoulders and your arms. It is kind of shorter, but it's very effective. And the reason I'm facing you is because if I do it how I normally do it, where I'm horizontal instead of vertical, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the whole picture of what I'm doing. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to start on the floor, and like we always start, I want us to take our good 3 deep breaths to get us centered and grounded and into the moment of what we're doing and focus on what we're trying to accomplish. Okay, so I'm going to count you in with our first breath, and then after that, please join me with the other 2. Okay, all right, so we are going to inhale, hold, exhale. Remember, as we're breathing through our poses, through our stretches, breathing in our positivity and releasing, exhaling our negativity, breathing in everything that we want to accomplish, what we want to gain for ourselves, taking out all of the doubt, exhaling all of the anxieties, all of the bad things that you've already put up with all day. Okay? Now, this first pose that we're about to do, I have never done myself personally, so you're gonna see me struggle a little bit, but it's good because I'm facing forward to you. So I have my reference over here if you see me keep looking at it. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to lay flat on your stomach, and then you're gonna reach an arm out to the side, whichever arm you want. For whatever reason, I'm gonna start with my left, okay? So you want your head to be turned to the other side, your arm reaching out, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this leg, the opposite leg. So if you have your left hand out, you wanna take your right leg. If you have your right hand out, you wanna take your left leg. And what you're gonna do is, with your shoulder being as flat as possible to the floor, that's why we're putting our head against the floor, you want to reach your leg back. Now, this gives you a really good stretch here within your shoulder and in your arms as well, biceps definitely, because you want to reach your hand out and stretch it out as far as you can. And when you bring your leg over, it gives you the added push for the stretch in your chest. You want to hold it for a good 10-15 seconds. And then you can bring your leg back down. I'm gonna break this a little bit. Now for the right arm, I'm gonna put your face down, reach out with your arm, bring your leg opposite over. Make sure you're reaching out so that you can get that good stretch here in your chest, in your shoulder, in that bicep. Ooh. Okay, good. So the next one we're gonna do, you're still gonna be remaining laying on your stomach. You want to take your arms and cross them out. Now, the object is to be able to touch your chin to the mat. However, my arms are not that flexible. I've had quite a few injuries to both of my shoulders. So the reason I'm lifting is to make them stronger, so I have to stretch them so that they can actually get stronger. So as best as you can, see if you can reach your chin down. Now the arm that you have underneath you, the one that's closest to the mat, that's the one that's going to be getting the stretch the longest, the hardest one. And then we'll switch to changing our arm to the next one. You also are going to feel it back here in the top of your shoulder too, into your trap. All right. Bring this arm down, bring this one across. Remember, breathing through your poses as best as possible. Awesome. Great. Now, we're gonna sit up. And what you wanna do, I'm gonna turn around. And just like you would do in high school, or any basic stretch, you're gonna bring your arm over and you're gonna pull the elbow so that you get the stretch here on your side, your lats, your shoulder, your tricep here. Awesome. So, another stretch that I can show you from behind. What you're gonna do is you're going to interlock your fingers. So you're gonna go like this and push your chest up. Now, if you cannot, as you see me struggling, if you cannot interlock your fingers and put them all the way down while you're reaching back behind yourself, that's okay. Like I said, every position is about getting better, but you want to make sure that your chest is big and tall and that you're at least putting your palms down so that you're trying to keep your back straight and your chest out so that you get the stretch here within your shoulders and your bicep. So, another good one to try is gonna be we're gonna place our hands behind our head, and then you're gonna pull your neck forward. Push down on your head, really. And you're gonna get that stretch deep into your neck, down into the top parts of your shoulder. Remember to keep your back as straight as possible. Shoulders down so that you're not clenching it up here. Awesome. Now another super basic stretch that you can do for shoulders and arms is bringing your arm across, taking your hand at your elbow, pushing back on your elbow, keeping your arm straight. Gives a good stretch into your shoulder in the back, your tricep, here in the front as well, into your neck. Great. Now I have to switch to my other reference. Thanks for being patient with me. As you can see, I'm just not as on it, as smooth as my flow usually is. I'm not as on it today, so bear with me, okay guys, because I'm really trying. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn back around, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna place your hand back here, and then come with your other, and if you cannot reach, that's okay. You know what? Get a hand towel, any kind of towel, I don't care. And what you want to do is you want to bring your hands as close as possible so that you can stretch both shoulder here and the shoulder here. And then you switch. Bringing your hands closer is a big part. I can't go as close with this arm. But like I said, everything is a work in progress. Everything, even me. I know a lot of people are always like, oh, you know, you're the expert. I'm not expert, at least not yet. Okay, so I have a lot of progress to do, just like the rest of you. Like I said, a lot of the times you see me folding myself over and all this other stuff, I've been stretching like that for a while. But for my upper body, it's always a weak point for me. So this is why I'm trying to broaden those horizons so that I can get at least a little bit better. Progress is progress, even if it's small, okay? So our next pose is a little weird and it's gonna feel weird. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna cross your arms like this, bring your hands, bring your forearms back to back and grab your hands. This is good for the shoulder that's on the inside, the arm that's on the inside closest to you. It gives that stretch here. Make sure your spine is straight and you're sitting up tall. Shoulders are not up close to your ears. They're down and they're in their natural place. We're just giving them a good stretch. another good stretch. We're gonna keep our hips above our knees. So this is like a 90, well, your butt is like perpendicular with the ground. And you're gonna lean over with your elbows on the mat, chest not touching the mat, but bring your head down. This gives us a good stretch here in our lats as well, also in your triceps. Now, if you're pushing back your hips, it's not going to work as well. Remember to keep your hips above your knees so that you can get that good stretch in your shoulder. Also, another good one, you're gonna do like, remember how I taught you child's pose where it's like this, which is great for your back, so don't forget to do it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reach our arms behind us, and then we're gonna fold forward. Bring your arms up. Then another one, you want to walk your hips forward a little bit. Your knees don't need to be any wider than your hips. And then take your hands, and reach back this way. You can push your hips out as far as you want, and that gives you a good stretch in your biceps. Remember, keep your shoulders down, not up here. Don't sink yourself. Keep your chest tall and your back straight. Whew. So, those are just some really good stretches for your arms. I hope that this actually helped someone. And if you're like me and you're starting to get into working out and you feel like that's a journey that you need to do, then I suggest and I highly recommend that you stretch. You ain't gotta be Yoga Master 9000, okay? You just need to stretch yourself. If you do not stretch and you do not rest, then you are not going to get stronger. You're not going to make the progress that you want to see. The reason I feel like I'm not as sore as I would usually have been if I had just taken up going to the gym like I am now, if I had been as that sore as I used to be, is because I was not stretching or I wasn't doing yoga. So make sure after every night or in the morning, whichever it is that you do during the middle of the day, you're only on the weekends, you're 3-4 times during the week, whenever it is that you're working out, you're exercising, even if you're walking, please remember to stretch. It is vital for you, okay? So, I hope that this video was enlightening and educational. Please, guys, if you have anything or any part of the body that you would like to work on more and stretch more, see more poses, if you just want me to go back to not talking and doing my regular quick flows with you, please let me know. I truly appreciate every single one of you who watches, and I love your feedback. Thank you so much. And I'm so appreciative and I'm so grateful. Thank you, guys. I hope that you're having a great week.